What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Marley coming to you with another video. Here to talk about the newly, highly anticipated Super Mario Brothers movie. Now, before we get into it, if y'all could please leave a like and subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. Thank you guys for tuning in, and like I said, I appreciate you guys so much. So without further ado, let's just get into it. Super Mario Bros. I mean, what can I say about this IP? I mean, I feel like y'all should know what Super Mario is and what is it about. But, let me just remind y'all. I was born in 1993, and honestly, Super Mario has been in my life since I can remember. I got the first Game Boy game growing up. It was a Game Boy Color, and I remember I would play that nonstop. I've also played the likes of Super Mario World, Super Mario Galaxy, Mario Party, Super Smash Bros., which is like one of my favorite franchises of all time. And then, a very underrated game, Super Mario Sunshine. I never watched that 80s live action Super Mario adaptation. I hear it was so bad, but like I said, I've never watched it. And now, decades later, we finally get another iteration, and this is a more close adaptation to the video game of Super Mario Brothers. I just want to remind y'all that this is a spoiler review. Alright, so if you haven't seen the movie, go check it out and then come back and watch my video. But if you have, or if you just don't care, obviously stay right here and then we're going to talk about it right now. I like what they did in this movie. In the video games, it's always like Peach, who is a damsel in distress. So it's obviously you're playing as Mario and you got to go capture her with, doing a lot of challenges and obstacles trying to get to her and Bowser. And in this movie, they switch things up. Luigi is the one that gets captured. The dynamic between Mario and Luigi was just so wholesome. I mean, obviously they're brothers, right? But in this movie, they capture the brotherly love so beautifully. You really felt the dynamic between the two of them. And it sucked for about, 75% of the movie, they were apart. As they're trying to make it in this world and, make the world see them, they stumble upon the warp pipe. And so they both get lost into it. It's like almost a Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse effect, where they're swollen into from pipe to pipe. And the brothers, they get separated. Luigi goes into the dark world, and then Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom. When Luigi lands, man, it's so cool because it's definitely a callback to Luigi's Mansion. Luigi is captured by the Shy Guys, and he's delivered to Bowser. As I said, Mario ends up in Mushroom Kingdom, and the adventure begins. It's a very simple motive. It's a simple story. The first few Super Mario games have always been simple, like I said. And I'm sure y'all should know, it's just saving Peach. So that's basically the new story. But this time it is saving Luigi, and Bowser's motive is actually to marry Peach. Forcefully marry Peach. Mario needs the help of the princess to try and help save Luigi, and then the princess actually needs his help to go and lure the Kongs to assist them in their battle with Bowser. And let me tell y'all, I really, really enjoyed this movie. And I want to say my son enjoyed it more than I did, because the only problem I had with it was the pacing. I felt like this movie just moved too fast. And I'll show y'all what I mean. When Mario arrives in the Mushroom Kingdom, he's greeted by Toad, and Toad's like, "Come on, Mario, let's go on an adventure." The point is to get from A to C, but they completely skip B, and then the next scene is they're already inside the Mushroom Kingdom. And it's like, what? Why tell us we're going on this adventure if you're just gonna skip it? Even if the outlook was just mushrooms, I would at least kind of, appreciate it for them to give us one more scene of Toad and Mario walking through the mushrooms and, maybe having a short, small conversation about what's going on, who they are, who he is, or where they are at least. But like I said, I completely skipped that. Peach needs Mario's help to go ask the Kongs for help for the fight against Bowser. And through that, it was a beautiful montage of them going from each level, different places to get there. But I felt it was too fast. I wish they could have stopped and appreciated the views, at least Mario, because, Mario doesn't know this world. And like I said about Toad, maybe at least stop and have a conversation between Peach and Mario, because Peach has been there for her whole life, so obviously she knows this world. And so they do make it to Kongland, and that's where you first meet Seth Rogen's Donkey Kong. They have a good fight, and at the end of the day, Mario wins, and so the Kongs gotta help Peach, Toad, and Mario. And so that's where they get the scene of them building their own Mario Karts. And who doesn't like Mario Kart? Come on now. Mario Kart Double Dash, one of my favorite Mario Karts game of all time. And yeah, that scene too, it's like they were building the carts, but it was like one or two scenes and then boom, they're done. Like it was just quick, man. I just wish they would have taken their time and built up these carts. Give us some more details on it, but they zoom right through it. That whole Mario Kart scene was amazing, and especially because they actually have a nice sequence on the Rainbow Road. And my god, it just brought back so many memories. Bowser does defeat the team, but in the end, the heroes will prevail. And so by the end of the movie, Mario and Luigi are reunited and they help Peach for the I do's. Mario saves the day. And just the whole battle scene it was amazing. It was epic. And then especially Mario and Luigi getting the superstar from Bowser and just going ham on him. I really loved Chris Pratt as Mario. I was skeptical at first, but no, Chris Pratt pulled it off. Mario had like a nice New York, Brooklyn accent, and it really fit in with the character. And also Luigi, played by Charlie Day. I feel like I heard some type of accent, but it was just perfect. And then Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach was amazing. Peach's character was such a badass in this movie. And like I said, it had to be a little change up from the games. Jack Black played Bowser so damn well. It almost took me by surprise because I kind of didn't notice his voice. But once he started singing, because he had a couple singing numbers in this one, that's why I'm like, oh yeah, that is Jack Black. Peaches, 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 peaches. If y'all seen the movie, man, y'all know what I'm talking about. And everyone else from supporting characters, like all the voices were great in this movie. The only one that is a nitpick was Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. He was great as himself with his signature laugh, man. When he did the signature laugh, for sure it took me out. I'm like, yep, that is Seth Rogen. Another nitpick, man, yeah, was just the motive of Bowser trying to forcefully marry Peach. I'm like, for a kids movie, okay, I guess. And if he didn't get his way, then he was going to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. Another nitpick of mine was the soundtrack. Now, I love me some 80s music, but I just felt like some of these soundtracks, or some of these songs, that played with the movie it was kind of out of place. Like whenever Peach was giving Mario a rundown of the track, I Need a Hero started playing. I think I Need a Hero was famously used in Shrek 2. And then also when they were driving through the Kong land to get to the king, I think they played Take On Me. And I'm like, like I said, I love these songs. I love 80s, but I'm like, really? And staying on music, I'm going to start with the things I love. I really love the score. The score is basically the songs from all the games, all the Mario games, and they're just so beautifully done and adapted to a movie score. And I couldn't get enough of that. It took me back to all these memories that I've had playing the game, and now watching it in a movie, like it definitely enhanced what I was watching, and the scenes that it was playing in. I really love the animation. I'm sure so many people did as well, because this is such an amazing looking movie. It's so beautifully shot. Every land that they were in, it's straight from the game, but obviously adapted into a film. And yeah, like I said, it's just so breathtaking how this movie looked. And man, the callbacks. So many Easter eggs, so many references, so many callbacks to Mario games, the whole Mario lore. It was just amazing to look at. It's so amazing too that my son knows what they are too, so he would find himself pointing at, oh, look that, there's that. And me and him would just acknowledge these things, and it definitely made my experience more wholesome. And like I said, relationships. The relationship between Luigi and Mario was so beautiful. And then also the relationship between Peach and Mario. You can see where they're going. Obviously, they have a thing. But you saw it start building off. And it was funny. This was a really funny movie as well. It was overall a really great experience. I really love what I saw. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, the only issue I had with it was that I wish it was a bit longer, a bit stretched out. Give us some more explanation, details, a few more moments with characters, and I feel it would have been perfect. But from what we got, I really enjoyed it, and this is a nice first movie because, like I said, the last Nintendo movie that came out was that 80s one. And even with the audience score in this one, like I hope Nintendo gives us more of their IPs. I mean, come on now, they have Kirby, they got Star Fox, they got Zelda, Metroid. Like I kind of hope that they start, adapting some of these video games into movies or at least TV shows, because they have a whole catalog of amazing characters. We got to start the Super Smash Bros. Universe right now. But peeps, if you guys are fans of the games, I'm sure you guys will love this movie. And if you're not, I'm sure you also will have a good time. This is a really good family flick, and I cannot stress this enough, y'all. It has to be seen in movie theaters. So I'm going to give the Super Mario Brothers an 8.5. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. It had so much going for it. The only issue was pacing, but at the end of the day, everyone can enjoy this movie. It is like an hour and a half, hour 20, so it's not too long for y'all. And yes, go see the Super Mario Brothers. What did y'all think about it though? I mean, did you guys see it? You guys plan on seeing it? Please let me know. And whatever y'all thought, comment below, let me know. And if you haven't already left a like and subscribe, please do so. That would mean a lot to me. P.S. Also want to show love to the original voice actor of Mario. He was actually in 2 cameo scenes. And yeah, right when you hear him, you instantly recognize him. And so, yes, I just want to show love, my respect to Super Mario himself. And thank you all for the memories and for the childhood. And also, save for the post-credits, there are 2, and both integral to, what's to come. I personally find the last one even more, especially because that character you saw in one of the montages from Peach and Mario when they were walking to Kongland. So if you spot them, cool. If you didn't, well, you'll know what I'm talking about once you see it. So stay to the end of the credits. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.